Oh, good morning, fellow sleep deprived and emotionally deprived zombies. This is your zombie out in Rosamond, California. Weaver John C. What's going on? It is May 1st, 2022. Just about 9 o'clock in the next few seconds. Here we are. Another round of videos to be sent out. Some I still have to get processed. And I have tried to make known a few social media circles about how I feel about some things happening in life and other people's opinions about things in life, including the so called psychologists out there. The ones who are looking to see to give good advice to people and yet come across as con men again. Buy the books, buy the merchandise. Of course, they don't allow any feedback to the posters themselves. Only the other posters can do that to themselves. They can talk to each other, they just can't talk to the originator. Some people will probably wonder why I do these videos. And if you've been watching some of these things, or watching a lot of them, you'd understand that over the past few years I've been suffering through an emotional, mental breakdown. Besides the physical body trying to break itself down and trying to kill me at the same time, the mind decided to take almost a permanent vacation. So now I'm picking up the pieces left and right. If I've got any sanity left, that's what I'm trying to hold on to let people know what's going on. But apparently some other people out there are just kind of homing and hawing, so I'll let them home and haw. I always found comfort in one particular posting out there of a meme that says that, if you really care about the person, you get in contact with the person. Just don't start blubbering your way after the person's passed away. Because basically I take it as an insult, as it should be. If you're going to care about your friends, your neighbors, if you're going to care about people in general, care about them by keeping track of them. This is what they call Mental Health Month. Or as I call it, Your Brain Gone Screwy Month. I can act the part of a fool and idiot. I can make all the laughter and jokes and funny faces and stuff. I've done that a few times to some of the people I actually care about just to let them know that I'm still alive. But sometimes you have to really understand that there are songs out there that we grew up under in the 60s and 70s concerning about tears of a clown. You can see how much the effort a clown puts up trying to make people understand that he's alright, he's more than alright. And as Robin Williams had taught us a long time ago, we're not alright. We're broken down individuals. We're broken down mentally because we cannot deal with what's going on in our lives or around us. Things had taken down our barriers, our strengths, our support beams. We put up a false face facade to show how we're really doing. The original channel title I had was The Diary of a Mentally Challenged, named John Cameron Weaver, which is me. I switched it over to grieving because I felt it was more appropriate for my grieving situation because I'm still going through it. And if you guys had actually been following through on some of the origin stories I've had, you understand why I'm doing these things in the first place. And for those who are still needed to catch up, looks like I have to give you the Crash Course 101 on this one again. So the crash course is when you're dealing with your grief. You have to deal with your grief. I've heard so many therapists who are trying to push their books and push their wear are telling people exactly what they need to hear. So they're like, yes, yes, we understand you, we understand you. Let us follow you, let us worship you. I've seen it, I've heard it, you know what? I'll say it again. And I got a right to, I'm pissed off about it as well. Because I cannot stand groupies, I cannot stand cultists, and I cannot stand people who are following doctors to the letter and thinking like they're the absolute gurus of everything. They're not. They're educated idiots with white lab coats. I've had 56 years of experience regarding this situation. Medicine may change, psychology hasn't. Especially when I had psychologists and physicians telling me that I've always had white lab coat syndrome, even though I had the PTSD since the age of 4 years old. You try going through an open heart surgery and dying on the table 3 times, I mean dead, then coming back to life, and tell me that's white lab coat syndrome. No, that's changed personality. That's a changed human. That's a changed soul right there. And I grew up that way, fearing everything and everybody. A lot of things I've been through, I should have been dead. And quite frankly, I may have wanted to be dead during those days, but I wasn't. I'm still holding on and still holding on to pain left and right. Memories of physical pain, but memories of the emotional traumas that happen afterwards. And it kind of usually screws up a person's mentality. Even when it comes down for confronting a biological sperm donor at the age of 5 years old, and the guy hangs up on you. A contact with an actual theoretical daddy. No longer. No daddy. I just had a biological sperm donor did a hit and run on my mother, and that was about it. The only thing I kept was his frickin' name, Weaver. And that is my name now. He can go to hell. Some days I can forgive the guy, and other days I feel like, fuck him. I could have used him a hell of a long time ago, but now I can't. Now I can't. Not even his relatives. They've had 56 years of trying to find my ass, and nobody gives a shit. Sorry, I don't buy his. So I live and I deal with what I've got right now as it is. I had to shove everything else away in my lifetime. Go lay down, mamas. Yeah. I tell you what I got to deal with and live with right now. Come here, mamas. Oh, don't give me a break. Come on. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Time to embarrass you to the world. This is my dog. This is my emotional support. This is my pain in the ass. This is she who must be obeyed. This is my woman. Hi. Well, a little while. A little while. Give me a few minutes, okay? I know. Kids are out, mamas. The kids are out, so that's why I'm keeping you in here for right now. Just give me a few moments and we'll go. No, I'm not putting it on pause just for her. But I had to get this out. I had to get this out. Maybe I do have to put this damn thing on pause. She's giving me the eyes again. Well, so much for the ire and fire this morning. So, after several long minutes of taking my dog out for a walk, you'd think one would be a little bit easier and better at relating to people in a more calmer manner instead of a fiery tones to use at this point. Quite frankly, the reasons I've mentioned too many damn times, and the crash course is When you're going through grieving, when you're going through pain, you have to take the time necessary and whatever method deemed necessary to get rid of it, or to deal with it, to explain it, to categorize it, whatever you can do to mitigate how harshly it feels. For a long time, I have been told by doctors and basically doctors and family all the time is, I have to deal with the pain. I have to deal with the pain. I have to keep going on. I dealt with Hollywood drilling it into our heads with the movie Still Magnolias. My mother loved that movie. She laughed at every one of them. Every one of the actors and actresses in there. Problem is, I more and more get the film because of how I've lost a lot of people in my lifetime. When this movie came out in the 80s, I didn't lose that many people, but I still had the scars. Losing myself, it starts off the chain. And you lose an uncle, and you lose an aunt, you lose a great grandmother, who's it's still harsh. Dealing with my mother, who's had to log everything else up to survive. Brother dealing with alcohol and drug abuse after he gets out of the military. And then he has to go on a road to recovery. And while everyone's been trying to do the way of just, we gotta let it go, we gotta let it go, we gotta let it go. Aren't we fine with it? We've let go the pain. Nobody ever talks to me about letting go of the damn pain. Nobody ever consoled me. They just said I had white lab coat syndrome. So yeah, we got the anger issues at this point over here. And we've got the fear of death, we've got the fear of life, we've got the fear of everybody else. And now we've got fear of people bullshitting us left and right. But we're supposed to be fine with it, so now it leaves me anger. In anger, I'm still having trouble regarding my father. The biological sperm donor. So I got that going at that point. What else is next? Of course, I can hear the people saying, "Oh, quit your bellyache and be like us." Ain't you. You didn't walk through my shoes. You didn't walk through my life. You didn't go through the accidents that damn near killed me. I should have. And that kind of compounds things left and right. An elbow accident in any other kind of street without a car coming up to kill him, it would have just been an accident. Smashing my face in a street. It's scary as hell when you're bouncing around and damn near come up with a car's tire in your face. So yeah, life and death right there. Not to mention being put into a damn car and not knowing if you're going to be surviving this trip or not, because your brother drives like a maniac. And I get pushed into a situation where I can't deal with it. I damn near died. Hello. So that's another thing I still have to walk through. I had the fear of needles because I couldn't stand anything sticking into me, damn it. I've already got the severe amount of pain in my face, numbed like crazy because I got medications left and right, but I don't like the idea of having a needle into me. But to say I got white lab coat syndrome because the blood pressure is going all over the place. See, a lot of things you don't realize. Pastor has never been through death before. Can't tell me what death is all about unless he's walked through it already. Only tells me what the book says. Doesn't matter. Unless you've been through my shoes, you don't know shit. And that's why I can't be the happy-dappy person sometimes. Unless I'm already at a stage and at a level where I can actually express a little humor when I can. It's not easy talking to people about this. I got people trying to con me left and right on social media, thinking I'm an easy mark. I'm so damn emotional, I'm not thinking straight. Bullshit. I've dumped out so many damn followers, it's not even funny. I've kept a very few loyal people that I can actually trust. Trust not to backstab me in the back just yet. Or scam me. I see the scammers and I dump them left and right. My story is my story. I've been a caregiver for my family the last years of their life. I have worked my ass off for 30 plus years growing up in a college. As a kid, I wasn't mature for this shit. But I did what I did to survive. 30 years plus working my ass off, learning skills. And then learn on the job of becoming a care nurse. And how to take care of my mother, my brother, in the last years of their lives. I'm not even certified on anything. I just know how to clean and push fluids very carefully. You know, my brother's central IV when he was still alive and suffering through recovery because of a cyst he had had removed. Needed antibiotics all the time. That was my job. The in-home nurse. He gets a stroke and I have to start taking care of his body. I have to start listening more and more what he wants and dealing with his frustration levels. And dealing with my mother when she was alive before my brother passes away. Last meal request in the middle of the night. Shuffle a pillow here and there. Make sure that she's going to get on the pot. Take care of the pot all the time. Doesn't matter which. Did that for Grandma. I had to do that for Mama. It's not that easy. But my brother and I did it. He was doing some of the work. I was doing the rest of it. Trying to support both the guys. Both my family. Dealing with Ma's loss was one of the hardest things I ever had to do and deal with. And I had to function and I had to move on. But I know I was breaking inside and there was no way around it. I knew it. It was just going to take one more thing to screw me up and then that was it. David dies and all hell broke loose. But before that, I had a family friend who adopted my family for over 40 years. Family's long gone. No, they chose to separate and be quiet. Not even responding to me anymore. But the mother, she was like my surrogate. And I loved and respected the living crap out of her. And when she died, I was like, not another thing. My brother dies and everything else collapsed inside. So now I'm trying to pick up the pieces and trying to live, trying to survive. I don't feel the same anymore and I don't think the same anymore because I'm not the same. I'm different. I know that. But I cannot deal with, nor will I tolerate anybody else who's going to tell me how the hell I'm supposed to be feeling at this point. I'm supposed to feel happy and dappy and I'm supposed to get on with it. I'm supposed to get past it. I'm supposed to. You know what? I'm dealing with the way I can deal with it at this point over here. It doesn't suit anybody else. I don't give a flying fuck. These logs are how I'm dealing with life. These logs are how I'm dealing with my own grief, with my own pain, with the own psychosis that I've carried in here for far too damn long. That I had to keep my cool all the damn time while losing life itself, losing out on life. Choices? I didn't have choices. I didn't have opportunities. I squandered those damn things because I was so damn screwed up in the head. And the one person who actually did wanted to love me like crazy, I couldn't love her back because I didn't know how and I didn't have the feelings. For a friend, yes, but nothing deeper than that. And I lost her. So yeah, these logs are important. They're important to me and maybe to future generations. Because that's how a person deals with his pain, how he deals with his grief. I am not going out there saying life goes on and act like some damn character in a movie pushing a kid in a rocker saying, "Oh, life goes on." Sorry. Life goes on. You deal with the pain. You deal with the agony. You wake up in the morning and wondering whether or not you're going to be depressed or not, and whether or not it's going to be knocking your ass out or not. Or maybe you wake up in the middle of the night crying your eyeballs out without even realizing why. You turn on a YouTube and you hear a piece of music and you fall apart. You turn on the television or social media. Something, somehow, triggers you. You crash and burn. You're crying your eyeballs out again. You want to kill yourself. You go outside, you step outside the door and you walk. You walk outside in life and so far, nothing happens. You find, okay, great, this is great. I mean, I can stay out here and nothing happens. You see something, you smell something, something happens. You're feeling oogie and uneasy at that moment, at that second. You felt a cold chill. And then you feel it more inside yourself. Memory passes by. And the pain starts coming up. And you don't know what's going on with your body because it's manufacturing, it's gearing itself up. The brain is rewiring itself for the session that's going to come. And you don't even realize, so you can't even ask about it. You don't even realize that it's all happening automatically in the subconscious to the conscious. Transferring the feelings, transferring the memories, and then all of a sudden either you're probably throwing up somewhere else or else you're crying your eyeballs out left and right, or maybe both. Your body's trying to get rid of it. Your body's trying to get rid of the toxin. And you're pushing yourself to the limit. And you don't even know why. Because there's so much deep pain coming up like a damn volcano. And it's pushing through. Roller coaster my ass, tsunami my ass. You got a volcano coming out of your ass and out of your head. And you don't even know why. You're just pouring it out. And going through the sessions where you're squeezing your lungs, fighting for every breath. And the eyes just cannot come out with enough water. Your nose is still having problems with breathing because of all the mucus. But the pain is still coming up worse than ever. And you don't even know where the hell it is. Or why it is. It's still coming. You've been set up. You've been triggered. And yet, you're going through this session. And not for the first time you realize. And then you're praying to God like crazy. You're praying to Him. You're sorry. You don't even know why you're sorry for. Because you're embarrassment to God? because you're embarrassment to everybody else, that you're pouring everything else out, because you're being humiliated, you're being humbled. Your pride has been loosened, your pride has been washed away, and the ego is like, what the fuck's going on? I'm taking a break. While the rest of the body's still trying to get rid of the damn toxin, probably the ego too. The ego is like, I don't believe this damn crap. Why are you doing this? Yelling and screaming in your head. Why? Because you've been triggered. And I tried to explain it in different videos that your brain gets 5 senses, and sometimes 6 senses, if it's lucky. But the 5 chemicals coming from from your nervous system, and from the sensory organs. We've got touch, a sensitive skin that detects a lot of stuff that we take for granted. Smells, visual acuity, taste. What's worse is the memory stored in the background. So when you look around in an area, you're hearing previous and past conversations. You're seeing images passing by. You feel skin is detecting chemical and temperature changes going on. You don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on. All these things I talk about, I know I'm saying you, and I know I'm saying because I've been through it and go through it myself sometimes. Sometimes? All the time. What am I saying? So yeah, I could go in one particular area and have the PTSD flashback of having a memory of my brother alive. And he's not there. He's not there. He's a ghost. He's an image. He's a fleeting thing going across your damn eyeballs and all through your mind's eye. When you feel the temperature change, you feel a little chill there. A little reminder. And then your brain's going through it again. It's setting itself up for another session. Somewhere down the road, there's going to be another trigger, and then all hell breaks loose. I've had them. I tried to hold in the reaction as much as I could until I get home, until I get to until I get to a safe zone, where I feel like I'm able to just break apart, disintegrate, say, let it just get it done and over with. And by the time I'm starting to think about the damn thing, I'm doing it already. I'm crying my eyeballs out, rocking like crazy, covering the face. And I'm the only one here in the room. It doesn't matter. I cover the face. Because I don't want anybody else to see my face. But there's nobody else to see your face. Doesn't matter. You're doing it as an automatic. I did it as automatic. You don't think I know how it feels to be a griever at this point over here, and how it feels like I want to kill myself? How I want to join my family at this point over here? How wonderful it would be? And sometimes those damn thoughts are fallacies enough as it is, because I still got shit to do here. And I'm not done with it. I'm not done with living just yet. I know I got the so-called Cameron curse coming up at the age of 60. Bring it on. Bring that son of a bitch on. I'll kick its fucking ass. I'm getting too damn angry and too damn frustrated over these things I have to go through, and yet I have to go through them. People want to teach you techniques on how to calm yourself so you can be calm all the damn time. Fuck it, be emotional. Be human. Be a person. Don't be a frickin' robot. You want to act human, damn it. You want to cry, cry. You want to emote, emote. That's what we've got emotions for in the first place. Not to be stuffed in a damn box, because I've done that too many damn times as it is. And yes, I'm angry at times, and I sound like I'm angry. I'm not the nice guy right now you should have met. You should have met me a long time ago without my emotions under control. Now I'm not. I'm like those guys that are looking at everybody else, not trusting anybody, because I'm always thinking steps ahead of me. What's going to happen to Caesar here? And where's the next dagger going to be coming from? Which particular friend or which particular stranger is going to backstab me without me knowing about it? Yeah, I've got frustrations. I've got frustrations over this damn stuff. That's how I feel. I've had doctors lie to me like crazy on some occasions. It's all in my head. Yes, it is my head trying to kill me at this point. Thank you very much. You give me one particular position over here. You say it's white lab coat syndrome. Basically, every time you go into a doctor's office, you get your blood pressure raised, and they measure that particular phenomenon. So they equate it with the kids are suffering through it. But they did that in the 60s and 70s and 80s. So while I was growing up, if there was such a thing called PTSD in children or teenagers, they didn't pick up on it. Not fast enough anyway. So yeah. I'm one of those guys. I'm 56 years old and had to survive a hell of a lot. Some people called me strong. I said, oh, fuck off with that strong. There's no strong. It's called survival. It's called survival. I don't like it, but I have to do it. There are some things in my life that I still want to get accomplished. Promises I made to my family and then to myself. And that's what I have to keep striving and fighting for. Past the damn depression. Past the damn grief. And yes, at times I do feel anxious. And I do feel scared. How my life is going to be these days. I've got them. And I'm still talking about it. I have to talk about it. I have to talk about it. I have to put it out there. The world may not know about it. I don't give a flying fuck. I have to put it out there anyway. It's not my job. I don't get paid for this damn shit. I'm doing it for my own damn survival. I'm doing this for my own damn survival because my survival means a lot to me. And my legacy means a lot to me. Proving to the people that, yes, one can have nervous and mental illness. They can have mental health issues. They can go insane if they need to. We had people dying from this stuff left and right. Actors, male and female, singers. Recent one, Naomi Judd. Wonderful woman, wonderful voice. Singing with her daughter. Heavenly. Now the duo is with one. Winona's got to deal with the pain. She's got to deal with the loss. She's got to deal with the grief. She's got to walk through this damn thing. I know she's going to be praying for the rest of her life on this damn thing, but I got to tell her. She's got the lifelong path of grief. Even you can still pray to God about the damn thing, you can still probably hide or put it aside. But it's popping out with triggers left and right. I know, because there's no way for I to stop this damn shit for myself. My brother passed away in 2018, the latest person in my life that I cared deeply and passionately for. My big brother, my protector, my best friend. He wasn't a lover. But he's my world. When Ma died, we had to cling to each other. We had to watch each other's back. I was never a combat veteran. He was. So he understands about somebody protecting his six at all time. And he protected mine when I was growing up as a kid. So yeah, I had to watch over his ass. And I'd seen him go through hell with the drugs and the alcohol, and then go through recovery. I'm no fucking angel. And I had to walk through his shit. You don't think I can't put these things past me? You don't think I'd like to? These things are part of me. They're part of me. I am dealing with what I am right now. Not the fantasy bullshit people want. I deal with reality. The reality is I have to look at what's going on right now and just keep moving. I may have lost hope and faith in something a long time ago. And it's going to be a long time before I really get it back to a point where I'm totally trusting. And that's me. That's not you. You do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. For me, it is what it is. I have gotten through so much medical crap, it's not even funny. Sleep loss, sleep deprivation, it's real. Narcolepsy is real. I've been through it too many damn times. I haven't had any strokes yet, thank God. I haven't had any heart attacks, thank God. And it scares the fuck out of me. There may be another medical condition out there that's going to be looming up. And I have to deal with that as well. Because I've got no choice. I've got no choice. I deal. I have to. I had to deal with my mother's loss. I had to deal with when my mother was dying on me. I still had to deal with that and mourn her loss. Then I had to see my brother go through the crash and burn. Strokes, multiple trans-ischemic attacks on him. Several areas of his brain. He couldn't communicate very effectively. 3 words, and even if he could put them together. Couldn't walk very well. Could take care of himself in the restroom. And he had a long outlook when it comes down for physical therapy that he would have to go through, and occupational therapy. But no, it wasn't meant to be. He chickens out somehow. He dies. And I'm stuck with holding the bag here. But I have to be the strong one. I had to be a strong one. Because I knew what was at stake. There was a lot of things in my life that was at stake. And I had to take care of them. When you're in my position, when you have nothing else to lose, I don't care where you get your strength from. Praying usually sometimes helps. I hear. You just say no. I'm not dealing with your proposal bullshit. I'm going to fight. I'm going to kick your ass. And then I'm going to survive. And that's what I've done. That's what I've been doing all this time. How full an idiot I am. I'm not a soldier. I'm not a soldier. I just have to do what I have to do. If I was a soldier, I would hope that the other guys would understand. I would understand them. What we're going through right now regarding the PTSD is a pain in the ass. It literally is. And this is something I have to keep doing. So, this is what my channel's all about. It bores the hell out of you. Good. It's a lot of information to absorb. Good. You don't like it? Tough shit. Deal with life. Because you're going to be facing this road. You're going to be facing my road. Like every other person has. And you're going to be walking it. You're going to be walking it. And the one thing is, you don't have to be alone on it. Because you're going to be seeing every other Tom, Dick, and Harry out here. Every other schmuck, male or female, have to walk it. Death is part of the cycle of life. But we don't have to like it very much. We just have to survive. But if you still have a dream and a goal that you still want to do, and I'm still trying to work on mine, hold on to it with everything you've got. Or let it go and find another one. Find another one. Find a hobby. When I lost my brother 2018, I started doing these things in 2019 because I didn't know what the hell to do about it. Except record what was going on in my emotions and everything else. And I just started talking. Just talking like I'm doing right now. And I kept at it. I kept at it and I kept at it and I kept at it. It's important. To me it is. I've been doing it for a long while. Sometimes it's not on a regular basis. It's as needed basis. As I need to get this stuff out. As I need to record this. As I need to explain what's going on. That's all it is. And for right now, my body's telling me it's time for the morning nap again. The one thing I liked about summer, I get to sleep. Yeah, you actually did see a smile. Actually, I made a joke, but still, that's an observation right there that I've been doing. Every time there's been a summer break in my schooling, I slept. Still, there could have been something else besides sleep, isn't there? It was called living at one time. What was that? I'm going to have to find a book about that one. Anyway, enough about me. What's on your schedule?